Alright folks, the Oscars are this Sunday. My predictions are up there if you haven't seen them. I am about to talk about the Best Picture nominees. Let's do it. Alright folks, so this is going to be ranked as follows. Follow along, okay. I ranked each Best Picture nominee from least favorite to most favorite, so number 8 to number 1, and I ranked each Best Picture nominee from, again, all subjective, my opinion of the lowest quality versus the best quality. I will go ahead and preface this by saying I gave the 3 lowest films in terms of favorite, which is how I rate, a B, and I, of course, didn't rate the best films, but they're all good. They're all Best Picture nominees. They're all the cream of the crop, okay? So don't get offended if it's at the bottom. I then combine the points, okay? So if a film was 8th on the best list and it was 6th on the favorite, then that film has 14 points, okay? I will go through the order of lowest to best on this list, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know down in the comments below. Don't click off, please. It will make sense, hopefully, as you watch along. And I will go and say as well, when there is a tie between two, if 2 films both have 14 points, then I pick the one that I liked more, so the one on the favorite list. Okay, so again, great crop of nominees. Everything is subjective. This is just my opinion. Let's get into it. Coming in last place, again, all good, but coming in last place has to be Promising Young Woman with 14 points. It is my 6th favorite and my last place in quality, so 8th. Totaling 14 points. I say definitely enjoyable. It has a really nice story, a great screenplay, and of course, an excellent performance from Carey Mulligan. But it's not something that I feel like I'd return to a lot. It's fun while you watch it. It does have the message that feels like it needs to be heard, feels like it needs to be said, but the movie itself doesn't feel as timeless in telling that message because it's not the most subtle in places. In general, it's just definitely tries to be, there's some debate about whether or not it's a comedy or a drama. It definitely fuses both elements. But I don't think the film is itself as necessarily important or even frankly good in terms of quality as some of these other films. I'll say it definitely sticks out as one of the lesser qualities. I had a good time with it. I think, I'm glad to see it in this race. It adds some spice to it. And I enjoyed it. I did. I give it a B. Folks, Promising Young Woman at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Sound of Metal, 13 points, just one more than Promising Young Woman. This is my 7th favorite and the 6th best. I'll say I absolutely love the subtleties within this film. They're everywhere, including Riz Ahmed's performance. Again, you can click on my predictions video where I talk about even some of my favorite performances in the nominees. Spoiler alert, both Riz Ahmed and Paul Raci are my favorite in their respective categories. The themes are all very great. I had to watch this one twice just to make sure I didn't miss anything when mentioning it in this video. And I'll say the pacing is a real issue here in terms of enjoyment, and that's just not something right. Like when a film is slower, I'm obviously going to like it less. It may not be an extreme detriment to the quality, but certainly for my enjoyment it was. And there's just so many moments here that could definitely have been cut down a little bit. Could have made it a bit shorter, and still the same effect. So that's really my only issue. Sound of Metal, number 7. In 6th place has to be Minari with 11 points. Folks, this is my least favorite, unfortunately, my 8th. Again, all good. I enjoyed all to an extent, but it is the 3rd best, which really brings it up on this list. I'll say it is very slow-paced, for sure, and it's not the most captivating story for me. And that's really my only problem with it, the slow pace in terms of enjoyment. Again, this is easily the slowest film of the year, and you're in the competition with like Nomadland, so tough feat, but was not captivated throughout. Great performances, great directing from Lee Isaac Chung, truly incredible directing. I really like the cinematography. Unfortunately, it got snubbed. Score, every technical category is great, which again is why it's the 3rd best. I ranked it 3rd best. It's just the enjoyment and that pacing, how slow so many scenes can be is just what really brings it down for me. Powerful. I love the themes, but Minari at number 6. Coming in at number 5, The Trial of the Chicago 7, which also has 11 points. So remember, they tied. And Trial of the Chicago 7, I just liked more, I have to say. This one was my 4th favorite, and my 7th best. So not the best, but I did like it more. In terms of editing, the performance, and the script, it's all really good. The only thing about Trial of the Chicago 7, why it is 7th best, is because it is so unoriginal, feels so familiar. It's just a typical courtroom drama, typical Sorkin dialogue. All great. I loved it all, which is why it's up there on the favorites aspect of things. But it is not a film that deserves to win Best Picture, frankly. It is so uninspiring in terms of, well, literally, because, you know, that cheesy moment at the end where they all stand up, but in terms of also just, you know, pushing the game forward, which is what a Best Picture winner really should do. And Trial of the Chicago 7 doesn't do that. You know, again, I did enjoy it. I had fun. I would watch it again. The editing is great. I love all the performances. It's really a fun watch is what it is. Not much more than that. Coming in 4th place, folks, has to be The Father with 7.7. It is my 3rd favorite and the 4th best. That might feel a little low, but there are some pretty good films on this list. So it's a heartbreaking story, you know, and the real reason that I enjoyed it, you know, there's a lot, but I think the main driving factor, of course, has to be just the innovative story and how it's told. The story structure is brilliant. And I mean, that's just really, that really pushes it ahead for me, and it's what makes it so interesting. I'll say that I believe it is limited by its format, again, intentionally, but that means you're not getting other technical aspects like, you know, cinematography. You know, what else? Production design it has, of course, but sound is an excellent, editing is good. Just not, it can't do as much as other films because the concept is really a character in itself. And so that labyrinth that you navigate sort of takes away from some of the other aspects. Again, intentional, increases my enjoyment, but in terms of pure quality, I don't think I can rank it above some of these others. Anyway, great film, poor pacing, well, slow, not poor pacing because it needed to be for the film, for the story they're trying to tell, just was slow at times for me personally, so it hurt my enjoyment. Still number 4, folks, and my 3rd favorite. Let's move on. Folks, Judas and the Black Messiah comes in at number 3 with 7 points. This is my 2nd favorite and the 5th best. Again, this is a great film. This one and Sound of Metal, I went back and forth on 5th and 6th place for best because they're both great. It's just everything above them is better. Judas has the quality, you know, great cinematography, excellent building of tension I mentioned in my review. You can find that on the channel. Stellar performances. And yeah, as I said, the films above it ranked better. Again, on the quality tier are just better. In terms of enjoyment, I absolutely love this film, which again is why it's 2nd best. You will see what is 1st in a minute. But it's very well made, and I love historical dramas. I love the Black Panthers. I find them to be a very interesting group and a very interesting part of American history. And so, fascinating movie. I loved it. Number 3 on this list. Coming in 2nd place, folks. Drumroll, Nomadland, 6 points. This is, you know, probably going to win on Sunday. I could eat my words if I'm wrong here. I believe it is the best film of these nominees. It is number 1 on my best tier, but it is 5th, my 5th favorite. So that sort of holds it back from getting that 1st spot. You know, it's not my most favorite, but it is definitely a tender watch, very human moments. And the moments that I do like within it are the ones where, you know, people are sharing their stories, their anecdotes, and it's really powerful stuff. And you know, everything else, it can be dull, of course, it can be slow, and that doesn't necessarily hurt its quality, but it does hurt my enjoyment, as I've said many times throughout. So that's what makes it enjoyable, you know, and it just really adds that human flair. It's so fun to watch these so different people, so many groups of people just experience life with Fern, experience different parts of the United States. I've talked extensively about it in my review and whatnot else, but great film. Chloe Zhao, excellent directing. I've said that many times. If this wins on Sunday, I will not be disappointed at all because it is deserving. But coming in at number 1, some of you are about to click off, I plead that you don't, is Mank with 3 points. This is my favorite of the nominees, it is, and the 2nd best, I would say. I understand the criticisms that everyone has, you know, call it boring, slow. I don't personally feel that as much as, you know, there are definitely some parts that are slow, but I think just that I was just in awe at what had been put in front on the screen in front of me. It is impressive in every sense of the word. The editing is very clever and snappy, just like the witty dialogue. Historical drama in a fascinating period. I already mentioned how much I love historical dramas, and it feels like you're just transported to the 1930s and to Hollywood, no less, where It's just such a fascinating time period. Mank is such an interesting character, played excellently by Gary Oldman. And then, yeah, just connecting the history to the story that is not well known, right? That's the best kind of story that needs to be told. And, I mean, I just love everything. And David Fincher, being the perfectionist he is, crushes every aspect of it. He does production design, boom. You got the score, boom, sound, blah, 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 blah. Everything, sound, excellent. All of it is excellent. I loved it. I really did. I'm sad that it's getting so much hate. I understand why it's not winning. You know, personally, if I had to submit a ballot, I would probably go Nomadland. I think it should win, which I mentioned in my prediction video. But Mank was definitely my favorite, and it ranked first here for numerous reasons. If you didn't like it, I understand that. It has a soft spot in my heart and will forever. All right, folks, so that's my ranking of the Best Picture nominees. I'll put it on screen right now. Hopefully, both the best ranked and the favorite ranked, and then I might even throw the together list that I just read, or I might not. Future Ethan, you do you. Folks, I've been EDPC Reviews. You've been amazing. Come back to my channel after the Oscars have happened. There will be a reaction, probably some live clips of me reacting, discussion, bit of a discussion. Folks, let me know what you think. Please, let me know your rankings down below. I'd be interested to see it. Other than that, that's it. I got nothing else to say. Bye.